one business or one investor to this country. There is a rumor or misinformation that have been given to you that the road you see that is being paved and tarred is a work of Judge Weir. That is a bloody lie. That is a bloody lie. Let me say this to you. What you cannot do for yourself, you can do for me. All the positions, the classical position in this republic, all the lucrative positions in this country, he centralized it to the southeastern region. Everything, the big position, he gave Nimba County Post Office. Who is posting letter? He made Bangura deputy minister. Deputy minister does not go to cabinet meeting. What we signed, the document we made, the agreement, it called for 4 ministers to begin with, 4 deputy ministers to begin with, 5 assistant ministers to begin with, managing directors, ambassadors, and so forth. He denied us of all those positions. Apart from that, the metal steel, the iron ore belongs to government. Are you hearing me? The iron ore belongs to government. But the caucus arranged with Madam Salik and Joe Burger's government, Ambassador Burger's government, to ensure that what LAMCO used to do should never be done during the administration. LAMCO was taking the iron ore and never gave us anything. So we all arranged with the government when they did the MDA. And in the MDA, that is a Mineral Development Agreement, they put in there $1.5 million for Nimba County every January, every year. Mr. Joshua came to power. As I speak to you, all of our money that have been deposited in the central bank by Metal Steel, George Weir has stolen our money because the money is for us. It's not for him. If you want to take our money, why don't you have the mind, the guts to even appeal to us? That we're borrowing your money, we're going to use it and pay back. They stole our money and built houses, big houses, 49 condominium for himself. So the iron ore is going. Nimba County money, 1.5 million is going. How much does he have for us right now? He has $9 million United States dollars for us as I speak to you today. So as I was talking about this money, even the county 12, we were in this district, I talk about the money, I talk about your positions, he never paid attention to it. While pressing on and pressing on, then wonderful things begin to happen. They begin to kill the auditors. The auditors who got the records for the money they stole, they kill them so that the evidence can be destroyed. Then Judge Weir, I don't know whether he's a pastor. I love the Muslim. I love all religious people. But I know many years back, he was in Saudi Arabia, he joined Islam, and his name is Usman. How can Usman now open a church? He stands on the pulpit when he is not baptized. He stands on the pulpit to preach. He is not ordained. That makes me wonder. So one day he stood on the pulpit and he said, "My people of Liberia, y'all listen, oh. The dead body y'all saw in the car on Broad Street, they were making man and woman business." What a blatant lie. Gifty Lama was an astute Christian, a devout woman of God. She was not a prostitute. She left her husband home. They called her that night to bring all her records for review. They used her workmate to call her, not knowing they have already arrested the workmate when they called him. When she got there, they grabbed them. Presumably, they took them to the beach after killing them because in the car, there was so much sand, S-A-N-D. I left my house when I heard about the people in the car dead. I went there, and they said carbon monoxide. That is not true. They killed them because they don't want the evidence of what they told to be known. The way they killed Gifty Lama and her mate is the same way Joshua was killed. And they said he jumped through the window. That is not true. Was he drunk? He drove his car from where he was. He opened the Omega Market. He was there. He drove the car to his house. He parked the car. He climbed up. He didn't make accident en route, but in the house he will go jump through the window. And where they said he jumped was not where he was found. And if you jump through the window and you drop and your head bust, the blood will flash. That was not the case. 3 boys were invited by St. Moses to repair the motorbike. This motorbike was given to him by one ex-soldier, Blamo. Blamo's son is the one who used to do the repair. They sent for them and they disappeared. They killed them. Today we cannot find them. That's the uncle of my wife's son we're talking about. You know why they carried the bodies? They carried the body to St. Moses. Gifted Lama and the boy who they killed. They carried the 2 bodies to St. Moses for autopsy. St. Moses is already a principal suspect in the disappearance and the death, alleged death of the 3 boys. How dare you carry people there for autopsy? But the government, under Mr. Weir, maximally gave protection to St. Moses. Today, those boys are missing and nobody knows where he is. The $25 million that they took. I won't talk too long because of the time. But they killed auditors. The American government has already indicted George Weah-led government as being extrajudicial killers. This man married from Jamaica. He lived in Jamaica for many years. In Jamaica, they smoke opium for fun. They manufacture drugs for fun. And they want a partner through whom they can send the drug to another country, and George Weah is that partner. They have been importing drugs. How many drugs were brought in that we did not see before they finally brought the $140 million drugs, cocaine, that the American people helped us to discover? Those people were jailed and many trial. Mysteriously, they disappeared from jail, only to come to send 100 pickups to the federal government that put them to jail. They gave them 100 pickups, many motorbikes, and so much money for campaign. George Weah must go. That is it. We voted for George Weah and Joel Howard Taylor. Since here they've messed the country up. They broke the foundation that was built by the Unity Party. When the Unity Party took over the government, they paved the road, they tarred the road from Monrovia to Guinea border. That quota you see. They did a road from Monrovia to Grand Bassa County. They signed a contract with the World Bank, African Development Bank, to do the road from Secampa to Loguato. It is not George Weah. Don't let him lie to you. George Weah does not love you. If George Weah had the power to bring investors, he would have brought investors to pave a southeastern road. He don't have that power. He cannot bring one investor because of massive corruption. And I'm saying that he's hearing me. They threaten me. They invaded my church, the Church of God. And they try to harm me. They threaten me seriously to eliminate me. George Weah said, as long as I live, he will not get Nimba County. Nimba County can listen to the leaders, so I must die. And I told George Weah, if you make an attempt on me, we don't want war. War is over. War is over. But saying you are a commander who can command people to kill people, and you pretend you don't know, you throw the stone and you hide. You and Joel Howard Taylor sent people to my church to evade, to harm me. God saved my life because the church members and the community dwellers, they were very strong. I sent for police to come. The police sent me 2 vans, 2 pickup loads, but they parked the car to ELBC gate. They did not come to me. Why? They wanted to see bloodshed, a fight that will produce bloodshed. Then they will come arrest us, arrest me, take me to the police station, charge me to court, indict me. Then I will never take part in this election coming. But I saw it, I avoided it, and I have registered. Thank you. We are tired with opium importation. We are tired with cocaine, smokers, drug addicts. We are tired with rampant corruption. Georgia must go. Let me say this before I sit down. Those guys that invaded the church were led by one Bleedy. Bleedy is from Sano. He's the first cousin of Mabutu Yimpa, the boyfriend of Joel Howard Taylor. The boyfriend of Joel Howard Taylor, the late Yimpa, the first cousin Bleedy. After invading my church, the Church of God, she recommended him, he got a job with Lindsay Mines as the director for Mines. They compensated him. It is time that we change this country. Your president here tell me that you know all what is happening here. You know that this government is offending the people of Liberia and you want to change. No other person can bring that change besides Ambassador Joe Barker and your own son from Belly. Your own son. I want to say thank you because before we came today, there are a lot of propaganda that have been spread. First thing, I'm not running, I'm on ascension. That's a bloody lie. I have registered. That's a lie. Lastly, Joshua wrote us a letter to the Liberian legislature, the Senate, asking permission to print new notes to change the old note, the old Tete note. And we granted the permission. If we did not do so, he would tell you he want to change your old note to new ones and we refuse. So we granted the permission. They printed $64 billion. $64 billion. In some countries, when you do that, you will announce to the population, when are you going to change the old note to the new one? Joshua did not do so because the purpose of printing that money was to keep it for this election. They share the money all over. Thomas Fala carried his own to Nofa. His father is JMB. Thomas Fala. The face of Nofa is JMB. But because Thomas Fala knows very well that JMB will fight corruption to the letter, with Jeremiah Cohn, they both will fight to the letter corruption. And you know that working with Wia, they will steal the money, they will draw the money as the way they draw water. So he preferred to go to Lofa, living in Lofa right now with millions of dollars to destroy the image of JMB. But we will go to Lofa. The Lofa people will not let themselves down for a corrupt group of gangsters. I'm saying that truthfully, trusting God that nothing will happen. Because if Joshua touched me to harm me, he will never make it. If he didn't do it during the war, he will not do it now, and he will make it go. I want to live. When I was fighting in the old days, I was 40 years old. I am 71 years since the day before yesterday. 71, strong old man. I want to live to see Nimba produce the vice president. That is our prayer. We want you to stand behind your son and your pa. And we're going to win. One round. One round. George Weah will not win this country. This country does not belong to George Weah. Printing money, taking your 9 million, bribing our own son. Like Melvin Yellow is my son. I told him, work with them just to protect your job. I told Samuel Yellow, work with them. Because if you don't, they will sack you. So they are working to maintain their jobs. Okay? So we hold no grudge against them. We know what is happening. But the surprising thing is that in Bon County, there is Senator Prince Moy. He's a senator of Bon County. Where the Vice President Joao Taylor come from? They are not forcing any chief In Nimba, the people are forcing the chief because Nimba is a deciding factor. We will make the president this time where Nimba will produce not only the president but the vice president. May God bless you. We're coming back again. When we go to Tabatown, we'll come back to Ganta, the Omen will go to Monrovia. Your incoming vice president, I will come back and we'll tour the criminal. According to the TRC, am I truly a war criminal? Have I been declared as such by the competent court?
Never.
No.
Never.
If the TRC was a book to be believed, the Election Commission will not give me accreditation to run. Okay. The Liberian Senate or different tribes, different representations will not elect me on web ballot to represent Liberia in the ECOWAS Parliament as the third deputy speaker. Okay? So the people are making noise. The Honorable Larry Yonkwe, I understand when he's passing now, he passed the order because he can't do what I did. It's shame. Shame. You know?
So, Senator Johnson, why are you moved whenever the name TRC War Crimes Code is?
No, I'm not moved because
most often you talk about it.
You know why I talk about it? No. You have people in the law house who read the law upside down. Do you know the Constitution had never been taught? I'm 67, had never been taught in the Republic. In school, no. So you got more lawmakers who are bobo, who say they go to school but they don't read. Now, first thing, the TRC was never a court. What the TRC did after its establishment was to invite Liberians. I'm one of those that were invited. When I appeared from in the morning to 7:30 in the evening, what happened? They only asked me whatever you will say here will not be used against you in any court of law. Just give your experience about the war. So is it my experience why I fought that you took to convict me and call me a notorious war criminal in your book? When you say a man is a war criminal, it means you have convicted him. So why are you looking for war crime code now? Look for jailhouse and put me. Because after conviction, sentence. So you can't convict us. All those that appear before the TRC, we saw no one that complained that Prince Johnson did this or did that. It's the TRC explaining about people in the book. So is that a court?
Do you feel embarrassed being called war criminal?
Yeah, because you see, you can't destroy people's record. Reputation is hard or something. It's what they use to stigma me. So when I'm running for the presidency, they know I can win. So they use that to rape, they use that to blackmail. So if I can be president, I'm president of my university, I'm here. I'm ambassador for Christ.
But do you have intention of becoming president of this country?
Prince Johnson, our leader. Prince Johnson, our leader. Prince Johnson, our leader. Prince Johnson.
Why do you have intention of becoming president of this country?
Let me tell you this. I ran for president. Had I been the president, I would have done many things unusual. I would politically or legislatively break down the government through decentralization.
But you supported this government.
Listen, I'm coming for that. I would have decentralized political governance constitutionally so that people can elect who govern them in the countries. I would have made good my promise. But people come to power, all government, all candidates come to lie. They use decentralization as a platform. When they get it, they don't because they want to centralize power. If I have been the president, I will focus on education also to make sure that those community colleges that are not standard, that are up to standard, a lot of things will be done, okay? But since I am not, you can't question God. But I'm glad that I'm ambassador of Christ and I own a university, a decent one, not bati chicken hut.
Over 50 of your colleagues have already signed.
No, listen.
Asking for the
listen,
to be established.
listen. Those people are on the wrong part of history. The first thing, if there was to be a war crime court, it's not possible in Liberia.
Why?
One key thing, the Rome Statute. I went to Japan with Wale Duna and Laha Lasana. We brought it to Monrovia to have it ratified in 2003. It was after our war. So you cannot, it's not applicable to Liberia. That's one. Two, you have an amnesty law. passed by the 51st legislature, granting amnesty to all factions in the Republic who fought in the war. So you cannot have war crime code and amnesty in the same country. Amnesty for who? For all those who fought. Then you say war crime code. Why you didn't bring war crime code from Ghana?
So if they could have been established in...
It will not be established, so just leave that. It's a garbage. Don't even worry about that.
But why you feel so bitter about the issues of war crime code? There are many listed names.
No, I'm not bitter. But those who are talking about it, they are stupid. Because they don't have sense. They are stupid because they know there are legal instruments that prevent that from happening. But they turn it upside down. There are legal instruments. They are stupid, including Tewon Gonglo too.
What are some of those?
You know what? You know what? I just told you. There's an amnesty law. Listen. No. We didn't even invite them here, but they came. Leave them from the station that answered to me. Leave it.
Let's leave it.
The first thing, Tewon Gonglo good are stupid. You know what? Those damn lawyers under Tewon Gonglo leadership should have kept mute until war crime code comes. When it comes, then we who will be implicated will look for a lawyer among them to represent us. But when you lawyer go to Kakata and endorse war crime code, that means you are compromising yourself.
Yeah, Senator, you spoke this morning earlier with one of our sister radio. You said in 2 years you will be offering a bachelor's degree at this university.
Not 2 years, no. We are
in
opening.
2 years' time.
No, you didn't understand. You see, you listen but you don't hear. That's what I say. People read. You know the Ethiopia was reading when the Spirit of God led Philip. Go to that Ethiopia a big man from Ethiopia. He's reading from the book of Isaiah 53. But he doesn't understand. Go and teach him. So Philip went to him. He said, sir, excuse me, do you understand what you read? And the Ethiopian said, how am I going to understand if you don't interpret to me? So you need interpretation. You are the Ethiopian, Okay. I said we are opening, registration start January. We start with AA and BSc immediately. In 2 years after that, master. You here, you will come. He's the president of the university, Dr. Gonza Mantari. Okay, so I only brought you for the development, but you want top politics, I will be the Yaka Koloba, I will give it to you. Well, when I was in Nigeria, in exile, preparing to come back home, I was contemplating on what to be done. What would be my contribution in the development of post-war Liberia? And so the Lord spoke to me that the war is over. I'm ordaining you to go and preach my word. After that vision, the second vision was seeing myself preaching to a larger crowd. In my vision, I was preaching to a very large crowd. And then when I woke up, the idea came to my mind to build an educational foundation. Okay. After war, people get traumatized. The war drove so many people into exile. Infrastructure broke down. So the way I would give back to my people was to establish the educational foundation and the PYJ Educational Foundation Scholarship Scheme, which is available now. We're sending many students from our school and other places to university. So we did a foundation in Monrovia, and a lot of people say, oh, this man is too discriminative. You see, he's from Nimba. He has neglected the people in Nimba. He built school in Monrovia. He don't care about his own people. But you see, Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1 says, there's a time and a season for everything. What we did was for Monrovia. They didn't know that we got planned for the bigger picture. In Monrovia, we had 2 schools, elementary, junior, and senior high school, that is now overpacked, overcrowded with students, low school fees, qualified teachers. Those students pass the wire and watch.
So this project is a boost for Nimba and the people of Liberia?
A complete boost for Nimba. Charity begins at home. Okay? Nobody in this republic, the 15 political subdivision, nobody, no lawmaker, no presidential candidate has ever done this.
In terms of monetary value,
but we're still building. I said 5.5 million when we are completed, but we're still building.
But you work for $15,000 and you have $5.5 million project.
You know, go and I will refer you to not only the the Apostle Paul said, the Lord shall supply all my need, but go to some barbecue. We went there, it was a small place. See what it is now. When your heart is captured by God's Spirit, you can do bigger things. This is God's word.
Are you doing some business apart from lawmaking?
I'm a senator, I'm a deputy speaker, and I have the right to get loan. I have properties in Monrovia. So with the property value you had, the bank give you whatever loan, go to Echo Bank. I've been dealing with Echo Bank since 2005, since I came here.
With the high school in Monrovia, when did you build that high school and when it began to be a high school, by the way?
Well, the Mawastum is there. You go to church there, so when you go to church, somebody look there. The Mawastum, that place is dedicated to my mother, Maya Zwada Yedie, who was killed by the MPFL during the war. And this one is also dedicated to her. All the institutions we built dedicated to my mother, the Liberian children, the Nimba children, and so forth.
Let's talk a bit about your scholarship scheme in Liberia. How many students have you provided a scholarship?
We have about 50 right now. Many of them are from our school. Because when you graduate from the PYG Educational Foundation, you go to school, wherever you want to go to school. And those who are in the school there, who choose to be a member of the choir, they are all on a scholarship. They don't want you saw just now. They are all on a scholarship. Some have graduated. They go to different school, university.
So I guess there will be a first preference given to the citizens of Nimba when this university is open.
Definitely, that's why we put it here. I went to Kepamas. I visited the college. In fact, entering Upper City, I saw so many students with placards. And I discovered they were Nimbanians living in a country with fear because they go your business. Okay? With fear. So they only offer BSc there. So if I have a school that offer AA and BSc, this kind of beautiful structure, beautiful foreign equipment, everything, qualified professors. In 2 years, will be master. Okay? They will come here. They will all come here.
But wow, do you have a competent librarian to face a chair until you get import it?
Because I want to make the most modern. Look, the school in Monrovia, we got local armchairs, barely made, but expensive. But the chair we have now from the US, that no college got it here. You can only find similar thing perhaps to Blue Crest. It's about 20, 30 year guarantee, still.
Okay, let's talk a bit about your county, Nimba, that you happen to be the senator of. Let's talk about a bit about the metal steel money and how properly it's been used and been managed by the people of Nimba.
The government of Ellen being a crook, we never benefited. This government had never given us our money, they clear it.
Wow.
That shouldn't be. So we need to meet as a caucus, Nimba caucus, Bon County caucus, and Grand Baza caucus. We need to meet the president or do something for the new MDA that is coming so that the money can go straight to the counties. Because we're not benefiting.
But what is the cause? You are not benefiting?
Well, they put the money in escrow account and government goes there. I think you just heard recently how the government, this regime went to the donor funds. They took, you know what I mean? And so if they can do that, what about Nimba money? Now the first place they went to. So we can't get any benefit.
Have the lawmakers of Nimba been able to gather the citizen and disclose the information to them like telling us right on the TV?
I always say that. Doing preaching on Sunday, I mention it. People play here, they know. They know no county sitting anywhere in the country right now. Because you go to a county city, you come up with programs, then you access on the money through the PPCC, and carry out development in the district. But nothing like that, all is gone.
We've overheard Tapita Hospital has been looted by the government. Why the administration of Nimba, especially?
Well, the hospital staff didn't tell me. The last time they told me was one CT scan was to be taken away, and the president called me, and I told him, no.
Have you done due diligence since then?
They didn't take it again. But what they did, they allowed one CT scan to be taken away to Phoebe, and they didn't tell me. They had told me we'll stop it. But they took it away, it stayed long. Then when they came to take the second one, that one they said, let tell the woman. Then the president called me, and then the VP called me, and I said, I think we should take money and buy. It's about $75,000 or $100,000. That's what we can buy. So we take money from Nimba, dismantle Jackson Dole to build other hospital. So I said no.
You supported this government with your heart, and this government is paving roads.
My man, if we didn't support the government,
what about from here to the referral hospital?
if we did not support this government, Ellen was bent on doing what she wanted. That's the truth. Before the elections, Ellen had secret meeting in her house with all the magistrates from the counties and the commissioners. I brought about this on the air, but nobody knew it and nobody wanted to take part with me. So I kept quiet because each person thought it was in their favor. Cummings thought maybe that it was in his interest. Maybe Bronskin thought the same way. Maybe Boyka thought the same way. But when she went to the UN after the meeting and she told the UN that she wanted generational change, that when they came to themselves, because we are all old people, right? So that when they realized that it was going to be a different person, not us. So when it came, we had a meeting in Ganta. I called a meeting. All the opposition parties, I sponsored the meeting. That the person who will be in the lead, we should support. And our objective was to get UP out. But when Usan and George were in the lead, other group refused to join. They went to join the very UP we sent to kick out the power, Boyka. So I kept my promise. You must be a promise keeper. A demonic character will not keep promise.
So how do you feel about working with this government, in this government as well?
It's my making. I gave my support for 6 years, and I'm watching Kinley, and I've asked all opposition parties to disregard demonstration, December 1st or whatever. Let us all sit and watch and see how we move toward 2023. The re-election of this government will depend on the dividend of democracy that Nimba County will reap. Because the road here is not us. It was initiated by Ellen. We know that. The Logwato and this one, and the Ganta Yekepa, it was initiated. But what we're doing now is to remind them that what the previous government signed, please live by it. So we didn't sign it, it was signed before. So what we want is prioritize Nimba, relocate the Ganta, the Sanakoli Hospital from the train track, relocate the market or renovate the market in Sanakoli, do the market in Ganta, you know what I mean? These are projects we might benefit from. Don't come to talk about Logwato Road because I the past government.
Before we take leave of you this afternoon, you have contested for presidency 2 times and lost. 2023 is coming, and you might be contesting for senator. So how are we going to compromise that you still have the hope of contesting for presidency?
No, I will go to the Senate. Because you know what? I see this. 2023, it will be Rick.
Rick?
Yes.
What makes you think so?
Prophetically speaking, I'm a man of God. I'm a man of God. It's not something I'm seeing by this government. I say it will be Rick.
By this government?
By this government, to remain in power. Okay? And that will bring the government and the civilians into confrontation. So if I run for president, it is Rick, I will lose both the Senate and the presidency.
So did you see the end of that vision? What will happen if it is rigged?
I see some confusion between civilians and people. I see more demonstration, I see more chaos. I'm a man of God.
The citizens are crying every day, libraries high. Why are all the lawmakers?
If it don't happen, what I tell you, don't believe me.
Why are the policy put in place to make things good for the citizens who put you in offices?
Well, we do our best, we advise, but you cannot take the horse to the river and force it to drink. Because if I were president, I would prioritize salaries. Salary put food on the people's table. It made a civil servant to buy things to the market, money goes around. But look how we, the senator, 4 months, we haven't gotten paid. The first of us kind of saying,
Are you disappointed?
We're going back to Taylor's Day.
Are you disappointed?
I'm supposed to be disappointed when my people are crying. Copper rent in Nimba County is expensive, burger rent high. So if you want us to vote for you, we are prepared. But the first time we cry, then we must continue to cry on the second time. That the cry will continue until 2023. It will make us change our mind because I won't be stupid to come to Nimba and say, let's vote for the simple. They will throw me off. They will throw me off.
So you feel comfortable of being senator?
Yeah, what God said, I will be a man. Because I tell you, there was massive rigging during this going election. My school, look at my children here, we can see. My wife and my children, we went to my school to vote. I didn't get one vote from there. So my wife betrayed me? I betrayed myself?
But did you take an issue to the National Elections Commission?
I care less. I know what happens, so I keep quiet. You see? I mean, that's what happened. It was surprising. It happened 2011, where we went to go for Coca-Cola factory. All my people, all my supporters. Look, I went to Kakatown. I locked the place up 4 hours. No car coming, no car going. I went to Cotton Tree. I went to King George, Cape Mount, in the night. People waited for my president 12 o'clock in the night. I went to Davidstown. People want real change. And they, yes, because I'm a former general, I'm a politician. When I tell you this, I do.
If you have to become president, what could be the difference you're going to make apart from being a senator right now?
I will make one key difference: decentralize the country, let the people elect their officials to govern them. Though you are elected democratically, but if you have the dictatorial norm, that means to centralize government, not to decentralize it, then democracy and leadership can work together. Because the promise we made to decentralize, it should be done legislatively. I will send a bill to the House and have it done.
Okay. Thank
Specifically to the people of Nimba. Over the years, there have been too much talk about establishment of economic and World Crown Gold in Liberia. And people think I am so afraid, and that's why I have been speaking. Why have I been speaking throughout every time it is mentioned? It's not out of fear. It's because there was a time in our country when the noise started about the establishment of World and Economic Crimes Court. All of the factions that fought in the war in this country deemed it necessary then to speak with one voice on the ground that they had left Accra, and the agreement in Accra had caused them to commit themselves to the peace process. Now people want to go after them. So we met at my house, Dupont Road, Pinsville, and we had an election among ourselves. I was made the general spokesman. At that time, Charles Juru was alive. Many of the faction leaders were available. There are Thomas of churches and deliver. Been at peace for so many years. And we submitted our resolution. That's why you hear me speaking all the time. But I'm not afraid. And besides that, the call for the establishment of War and Economic Crimes Court have been based solely and wholly on the recommendations of the TRC recommendations. The recommendations made by the TRC. Now, what are recommendations? First thing, recommendations are not binding. They are not laws, they are binding. So for people to be clamoring that it must be fully implemented, it must be enforced, is a sad mistake. It's speaking of the ignorance. Because recommendations are, one, advice, suggestion, counsel, or opinion. They are not binding. They are subject to legal scrutinization. The person to whom the recommendations are made need to verify whether those recommendations are in conformity with the Constitution or with the very act that established it. So when the calls were on and measures were taken to prevent certain people from taking part in government in 2010, about that time, the certain group of people went to the court. Even Prabhu, who was one of the commissioners, also went to the court. Councillor Barney Sherman represented the Unity Party and went to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court ruled against the recommendations that it was not enforceable because it had too many constitutional breaches. And so, having said this, I'll give you a few copies of the Supreme Court ruling to share among yourselves. It's very comprehensive and it gives you the whole detail. So if, as we all know in this country, that Liberia is a country of law, not men, and that the Supreme Court is the final arbiter of justice. If the Supreme Court rule against recommendation that contain biases, and say it is unconstitutional, it is unenforceable, and you in the House of Elders want to enforce, do something to the contrary, then to me it's a mistake. That's what I've been speaking against. All of the time when you hear me talking against the TRC recommendation, because it's full of flaws. Speaking from the Supreme Court perspective, because with all of us in this place, we have the ruling. So I give you copies for distribution, and that is why I've been speaking. Today, resolutions were brought on the floor. You all were there. It was sent from the lower house. Nimba County that I represent is a county. It's not an individual. So bring the resolution to the county seat or office to either reject putting signature or accept to fix the signature of whoever represents the county. They did not do that. They did it like a conspiratorial maneuvers, which are considered to be. That's why in the present, when all of the counties are signed through their senators, I had to ask the protest, where is Nimba? Why you did not bring it to us to accept it by signing or to reject it by not signing? Why did you leave the Nimba County out? In fact, there were 3 committees that are supposed to have reviewed the resolutions from the lower house. The Internal Affairs Committee, of which I am a chair, the Judiciary Committee, and the Security Committee. But when the 3 committees were named by one of the senators to be, when the Internal Affairs Committee was named to be included, the pro tem Yomdi Kanga said, no, it shouldn't be included. But the committee had 9 or 10 members. So the committee is not Prince Johnson. So if I had to recuse myself, because the whole thing had to do with me, then what about the other people that slow and why they couldn't go there? They completely left out the committee that comprised of 9 or 10%. Today again, yesterday, they started signing secretly in the protest office. And they left on Nimba County. That's what I asked, where is Nimba? I demanded the report to be brought to me. And in your presence, the 4 estates are signed. But before fixing my signature, I said, I want to know what happened to the 300 babies from Nimba. Who took them from their mother bosom, brought them to Liberia, Monrovia, and dumped them in a well upside down Duper Road? What happened to our people in the Lutheran Church? About 600 of them. Who entered there and killed them? Who entered the Greystone compound, where you got a new American embassy now, and slaughtered all of our people? Who laid a blockade to JFK and slaughtered all of our people that were on the beaches there? I want to know. But if you want to deal with the recommendation of the TRC to go after those people, that is wrong, because the Supreme Court had ruled. That's what I've been seeing. If you want to bring a war crime court, the best thing to do is to write the United Nations directly, so that the UN can send an investigation team to go all over again to the countries to find out information about those people who may have committed heinous crime. But it should not be based on the TRC that is bogus. Mission divided into 2 parts, 4 against 3. That is Prayer Boo, that is Dorope, who was the co-chair of Verdia, that is Reverend Dr. Koma, Sheikh Afoma Kone, against Verdia, John Stewart, and Master Washington. And the 4 wrote their dissenting position to the Liberian Senate that the names were crookedly selected and put for prosecution. And so that could not be implemented by the early Justice League. The prosecutory part of it could not be implemented because people's names were selected by the Verdia group against the other 4. This is where we are. But if you want to deal with the War Crime Code issue and by using the recommendations, and that is the best way to go, I would say no. But since all of the country have signed, let will go ahead and sign. After signing the document today, we are watching to see what will be the outcome. I'm hearing that President Boyka would like to publish an executive order to establish the court and to go after us. We are also here to see that. This is a national security issue, and we want peace in our country to be a matter of continuity. And what is not done properly is not done right at all. That's why I call you.
Well, Senator Manis Yanti from OKFN. Well, basically, the last time we checked, there was this resolution that came from the House of Representatives, make its way to the Senate, and now that the Senate said they are sending this document back to the House of Representatives for concurrence, wherein they've made an amendment. Is it something that probably the Senate is actually proceeding error? And then another thing is that now that you've explained all of this and you went directly to the presiding desk and faced your senator saying, yes, I agree to whatever decision that was reached, why sign onto the document wherein that maybe probably if you were to lay all of this busy, that stating now that maybe perhaps you could not be in support of the establishment of said code in Liberia?
You see, all of my colleagues, this thing is all of my colleagues signed. In protest office or somewhere behind my back. They didn't present it to me. They make me look so funny and so ugly in the eyes of the Liberian people through the electronic media. So I just signed to let people know I'm not afraid. If you really check my background from the war and as I came to Monrovia, from the bush and came to Monrovia, and if you follow my trace, when I pass, ask people. That's why it requires investigation by a neutral investigation team from the United Nations, not on the basis of the Virginia TRC. So if I don't sign, say, oh, the man's afraid. I have signed. So let justice be done, even to the very document. Justice was not done. This is not the first time the Senate ever received such a communication. The President George Weah, former president, sent a letter to the Senate to advise the executive, TRC. And the very Judiciary Committee came up with a 20-something or 60-something page document or 21 page or something, telling the President Weah that there were violations of the Constitution by the TRC recommendation. The same committee, the Judiciary Committee, Security Committee, they wrote. So they have come again to do a U-turn. So it's up to them. We are watching to see. We want justice for everybody. Justice for the accused, though I've never been accused. The TRC invited me, invited other people, and said, give your traumatic story, and whatever you will say before the court, as your experience during the war, without being used against you in a court of law. So is that my explanation that you taking to convict me and putting my name in the report? So be it. But we got to do justice to everybody, to the would-be victim, I don't know where they are, and to the would-be perpetrator. And it's a big job. It's not a small thing. The sponsor of the war, the country that provided the training bases, and those who purchased the weapons and all of those things, the very ECOMO that came to help us to maintain the peace, to restore peace. The peace mandate was automatically changed after 3-4 months to peace enforcer, thereby making them combatant to chase Taylor in all of the country they were entrenched in. So the Duru boy that were dropping cluster bombs and the artillery that was being launched to get Taylor out, sometimes miss target, whatever the situation, we are here to see what will be the outcome.
Obadiah Johnson from Front Page Africa newspaper. Senator, your political party, the NDR, in which you serve as the chairman of its governing council, heavily supported the Unity Party, the government of President Joseph Yuma Boyka. Fixing your signature to this document implies that you are willing to submit yourself to a War Crime Court trial. Are you willing to go to trial and to also call big names,
told you,
especially those who provide you the examination?
Yes, I just told you, we support the War Economic Crimes Code, provided if there will be a direct communication to the United Nations to establish the code, first of all, by sending the investigation team to restart. But it should not be based on the TRC recommendation that are condemned by the Supreme Court of our country. You understand me?
Follow up, are you willing to call big names who provided you arms and ammunition?
Well, the investigation will come up with it. The investigation will come up with it. And the local defense force and all who support it, all will come. We're not afraid of that.
Okay. Senator, good afternoon. My name is Haji Masale. I report for Spoon. With you affixing your signature means that you agreed for the establishment of the court. What level of cooperation will you give those judges or the court in terms of calling names?
I agree for
you continue to lay some historical facts that are of stay allegation about the Lutheran Church massacre, the Duboro situation. Are you willing to call names and those behind all this?
The investigation or the trial will bring all those things up. What I'm saying to you, and I continue to say, and I stick to my word, my position, is that I sign endorsing War Economic Crime Code. It will depend on whether you want to start afresh by bringing the UN to do a new investigation, or whether you go by the TRC bogus report that been condemned by the Supreme Court, because we will have lawyers. We will have international and local lawyers. And if you're dealing with us on the basis of the TRC recommendation, then the Supreme Court comes in, because the Supreme Court is the final arbiter of justice. Our lawyer could proceed to the court and put in adjournment, because the recommendation you want to implement against us by bringing the court is condemned. You know what I'm saying? It's condemned.
Yeah, Father Senator, do you somehow feel embarrassed or disappointed, betrayed by your colleagues or the Rhodia establishment as per the action taken today?
No, I don't think I would say they betrayed. They only gave reason why many times since I've been here, I'm the longest serving senator, why 15 have gone for election and 2 came back. 15 have gone for election, only 4 came back. That's some of the reasons. Because they dealt with it before. They disposed of it before when they made a report to where. Not because Joseph Boyka, the president, has sent something through the speaker whose wife is Boyka's niece. You see what I'm saying? And so they are doing a new thing again. But what they're doing is not different from what they did before. So I won't say betray. It's just one of those things that caused some of them to be voted out.
So did you manage to establish why the resolution was hastily passed by your colleagues?
The resolution was hastily passed. That's what they adopted to do. I can't question why they did it so quickly. The good thing is that there is a legal ground that I'm speaking from. If you want to bring the War Crime Code on the basis of the recommendations of the TRC, then you look at what is the paper I gave you, Supreme Court, not from me. The Supreme Court condemned the recommendations. They have so many constitutional breaches.
Okay.
And the Supreme Court said it violated the rights of those accused in the TRC report. And they also said the TRC got no power to bar anybody for 30 years because it was never a court. The Supreme Court talked about Article 14 preliminary TRC book that the TRC immediately said that the names of people to be prosecuted were not exhausted. If they were not exhausted, why did you leave for so many thousand and then put few people for prosecution? If the labor not exhausted. So it's selected justice. So in conclusion, you're calling for your peace through the establishment by means of based upon the Google report from the TRC, if that will bring peace, I have signed. Go and bring your code.
Just to clarify this, you are on record by stating that ex-generals will protect you as it relates to the establishment of the War Crimes Code.
Have I said that?
You have been quoted by some media institutions. So can you clarify?
Have you heard my voice? Have you heard my voice calling upon ex-combatants?
Ex-generals to stand by you.
Have you heard me calling for ex-combatants to stand by me? To do what?
Thank you.
To do what? Look, let me tell you something. I am a brave soldier. I came to liberate my people. Nimba was declared enemy of the state. So if I came to free my people and Liberia generally, and I went outside of my route of engagement and started killing people and raping, though I never raped in my life, if it is proven, after fighting for only 9 months, you know that 14 years of war, I only fought for 9 months, I left the country. The war that took place when I left the country, the beer factory was intact. Hotel Africa was intact. The Hydro was intact. LEC was intact. Juga Party was intact. Bush Island was declared safe haven. Broad Street was having live activities when I left this country. The wars after me, after I had left, destroyed these things. So if I came to free my people and I went outside of the route of engagement, outside the Geneva Convention and war principles, if they are proven, so be it.
Did you receive an endorsement from the people of Nimba before putting your pen to paper regarding this agreement?
Well, I represent the people. I have told them, they know what I did, they know, because they themselves are grieving over the children that were destroyed. They are grieving over the Lutheran child massacre. But because the amnesty law, Nimba cannot do anything. So they prefer to go back to their grandchildren, to remarry, to live together as Dodi, my brother-in-law. You understand me? So whatever will bring peace to the people of Nimba, it's what we've done. They know what's happening. They know the entire Senate conspired against me. But those who even signed the paper, they cannot be free from economic crime. A lot of them inside a fought war. Because you fought war doesn't mean you're criminal. Because you fought the war doesn't mean you're criminal. Because I know the group that here, there were 2 groups that came here seeking for war crime code. Okay? The so-called ambassador Alash, that white woman, she didn't come and represent America. She represents an NGO group called Global Crime. That's the Hassan Benito group. These are the people who lie on Jibri massacre. They grabbed me in Finland. They came to Liberia and got false witnesses to go to Finland to bear false witnesses against the men in court. They were convicted based upon the first false witnesses for 30 years or so. But when they went to the Supreme Court freed them on lack of evidence. They didn't stop there. They went to Agnes Taylor in London, grabbed a woman and jailed her through the police. The same group. After 1 year or so, she free. Then they didn't stop there. They went to Brussels, Martina Johnson. They lied on her. After 2 years, they couldn't collect information to prove the case. She got free too. And the group coming here want to establish war crime code. Will the code be held in the Supreme Court? What will you do with the amnesty law? They were reading the resolution talking about RCC. RCC was ratified after our war. We went to London, Japan. That's me, Nahal Asana, and Wale Duna. We went to Japan. And the meeting was there for about 2 weeks. We came back with a letter, with the document, and domestically ratified here. So Verdia then sent a paper, their report to the RCC for our prosecution. And RCC said, no, we got nothing on our docket regarding Liberia because the war ended. They ratified the RCC document after the war. So we can't retrogress. So it's not retroactive. So that's the situation. So the whole thing is with the Senate. They have already signed, we signed. They go to the president. Let him do what you want to do.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Senator Frank Johnson.
Ayoke yo yo, ayoke yo yo, yeru gbada mo yo, so ya to yo, ayoke yo, ni ma so da we yo, da me we yo, ayoke yo, wa gbada mo yo. So bueno.
Money the one. King singer. I like it.
Rock Son is on the mix.
Mike Bloomberg, a fan of me. Wapunima kwa de akao. Apiko papia sense, nima kwa lobo. Ah, yerube. One wa girl kwa dia gide. Kwanubo ni masoya. Baito floka, groupe badon. Yerubawe, Panimata Yenasara, Yanisiano. You were Patungu. Kasa Yerubado, Guaduabe, Olonima Senkabe, Nima Soda Donze, Guaduabe, Olonima Senkabe, Yerubado, Wakarayo, Guaduabe, Olonima Senkabe, Nima Soda Donze, Guaduabe, Olonima Senkabe, Yeru, Yago Quata, Mayeneo, Yarebure, Yadonika Pomo, Yeku, Yawoto Mongu, so Kakuma. Kaboko, present away, no one pay. Bia, Mole Wakade, Luciaba, once Kabia, Gazama, Banu, Mola Mumbaye, Kongu Kakai, Daniel Batwapaway, brother, Jeruba, Baba the Sea, Yepago, Ezapore, Megai to a word, Wago, Edisie, Mr. Benedict, Lucia, Remember, Swaway, so cry, what does it quiet away? What a cruaka, why is it what we pay? Who gonna capete? Tiago, Bayaku, Dagayaku, gonna Bubaya winner, Parebue, Bue, Gurquaga, Babia, Boom, someone knows here, you don't diabo, someone knows you don't know. Way, quite away. Way, quite away. Get here. Kono kanyon te. Ah, get it. Muyaba, get it. So way, wadu. So get it. Madam, what be a look or I get it. Dino, your member so to be what I got tender. Me a wuka bakun, basia basa. Asenka bakun, mama da siya sa. Ede kwezi ya poya, mama basa. Senga boyelu bakun, me pa ya kama yo. Me pa ya kama yo, zuwa basa. Me pa ya kama yo, alo floga, mama basa. Bakun, akuna kon basa. Baba kasi le. Disi, akuna katwale. Mama wo piela bodua basi. Ni mabasa sada. So bakun, ya maglo yeto. Ni rubber basa ya so basi. Brothers, tam is one basi. Ajeruba, kuaduaba, juma, kono ni mase. Kuya do tero ni matapa musebwe. Kuaduaba, kono ni mase. Ndeya yeruje seva dakatirebo. Kuaduaba, kono ni mase. Yago ni mayasi aye ya ne wasere. Kuaduaba, kono ni mase. Ni makante kwe pola ya duwa mire. So kono akonwe. Yedu adomo yo. Yebo, wesu ya mfuanya jeluba ya loya nita wawaneo. Ngono jedupe alo, ya kadweka ya yeo. Ni matota ni kwa fura ya baba. Ni makade kwa pala tere jedupe. So, ipweka ya nyanya kama faso mena wa ilaka wapirebe. Apo mora kimbe ho. Kai lasha danya ka yebwe na mwe wana wazo. Fipi je maya kongo nozo. Oroso kai pie. Suwe, don't go suwe. Senka go yadumu. Yeno se obo pora beko. Kazo yedu bua dozo wae. Ni makayama. Kwado kwako, kwa pasene kwanto Yerubo ya zebo, ya dodio, para yebo. Juma. Kaso yerubo ya do, kuaduaba. Juma. Yani mana wodeba wa bobo derudo. when I did do the Nima Musa, Ono Nima Senkabe. Ah, Yoruba, Juma, Ono Nima Senkabe. Nima Soda, Ono Nima Senkabe. 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 baby look at Maimuna we, belly Maimuna we, Koro Tiaro. Maimuna we, belly Maimuna we. Koro Tiaro, we are young Tiaro, belly Maimuna. Maimuna Papa, Puna Karo, now I play. Pepero, Pepio, Dog Nara. Mana war manga ya no mana au di mana au beli na mana no mau no mau au ma pa ya wo ko ni je kwa nya o ju ma pa ya wo te die ka nya ya lo kon ki ye on la bo wa ye na pie ka mam du to blue je lu ko ton blue je lukoton paro yen peda me papa no mu minita awe ba blele ne awe tout no te ma lukoton ke imu ke wodi o ma ke imu ke wodi o ma ke wodo ma o Luton, baby, Luton. Let's have a run out of your pay. I caught you. Mama called you, dear, Bonu Coroboton. I don't know what you're going on. Mama, we go. Oh, no, you. Karo yen pedan ka zuru bodi ma boyo me karo yen pedan ka zuru bodi ma boyo me karo yen pedan ka zuru bodi ma boyo kwaro yen pedan me papa wo mu de manu ye mu minister nu wo mu dede nu wo mu dede maglu owe awo na we o oh, c'est mal cousin. Maman arrête gay. Quand on a des tiroirs et pour le diable plus haut. Cousin, vous dites cousin. Allez tiroirs, quand on a des tiroirs pour le diable plus haut. Cousin, doit-il ou cousin? We now we bo but the other we are young zero baby Maimuna is the baby oh pilo lukoso izuma muyakane apoto glayo izuma muyakane apoto glayo ama we now we bo predi gayo predi gayo predi gayo predi gayo Boronya plewo predi gayo yebo magu a tu bébé en tout le coton, on pied plaqué. Magum, Ade awe, mais on est non manga pour un beau solivé. L'outon, ta couleur du coton, pas moi toi, à Diego. Comme un café noir, t'as un moto, t'as un dépluré. Kane kwaro yen peda me vava wo mu kwaro yen peda ki wa we te mane ki yo lu so wa peli lu ko so peli Maimuna ikoro tiara o pi ayan tiara o peli Maimuna we
Good can work belly, my moon away. No, yeah, oh. My moon up, 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 up,